Okay, here we go. All right, so, okay, so let's look at, first of all, a tip. Yeah, a tip is something we pay in addition, okay? And we typically pay a percent. Everything in this chapter is about percents, okay? So if we think about if we're at a restaurant, well, oh yeah, let's write our objective, sorry. Our objective is we're still going to continue using percent to solve problems, okay? You can write that for your objective, okay? Okay, so some of the vocab that you probably already know, but we're going to go over real quick. Okay, gratuity. Does anybody know what a gratuity is? It's the same thing as a tip. A gratuity is something you pay in addition to the regular bill for service. So it's basically a tip. Okay, if you have pizza delivered to your house, you usually would give them a tip, a gratuity. Make sense? Okay. Anybody ever seen that movie Home? Mm-hmm. Her name is Gratuity, remember? The girl, what's her name? But they call her Tip. Oh, yeah. Because her name is Gratuity. Okay. All right. Tip, same thing. Okay, markup, we already talked about. Markup is how businesses or how people who sell things make money. Okay. They buy something at a certain amount, and then they mark it up a certain percent and sell it. Selling price, wholesale cost, we already talked about. Okay, wholesale cost is what you buy that product for. Okay? Good on all that, right? All right, so let's look first at an example of a tip. Okay? We'll look here. Okay, a customer wants to tip 15% on a restaurant bill that is $37.50. Okay, think back to yesterday. Is this similar to finding sales tax? Yes. It is. All we're going to do is we're going to take this percent, and what was the first thing we did with all those percents yesterday? Change them to a what? Decimal. Can I change 15% to a decimal? Yeah. So 15% written as a decimal. I don't see it, so it's where? At the end of the number, I move it 2 places, so that would be what? 0.15. Okay. Now, yesterday when we found sales tax, we multiplied it times the original amount, didn't we? We're going to do the exact same thing. So we're going to take $37.50, and we're going to multiply it times 0.15. And if you do that, when you multiply 37.50 times 0.15, what do you get? You get 5.625. Now, what's wrong with that? I need to round this to the nearest what? Not a whole number. Okay, guys, when you go to a store, if I was paying for something, would the cashier say the total is $5.625? What does the cashier tell you? It'll be $5 and what? Whatever amount cents, right? Okay, that cents is part of 100. Okay, so we're rounding to the nearest what? Hundredths place. Okay, so we're here. We're going to look to the right. Is this a 5 or greater? Yes. Yes. So this 2, what happens to that 2? Goes up 1. Okay, so this becomes $5 and what? 63 cents. Now this is just the what? The amount of the what? The tip. So what are we going to do with this? We're going to add this to the what? To the bill of $37.50. So we take $37.50 and we add $5.63. Okay, let's do that. $37.50 plus, what is it, Chase? $43.13. That's going to be the total amount of our bill. Okay, do you see how we were able to add a tip? Okay, all right. You guys try, let's see. Try this one. Let's see if you can do this one on your own. When you get an amount, raise your hand. Okay, so Can somebody help me? Braden, what's the first thing I should do?
Multiply
Change this to a what?
0.18.
0.18. Good. And I'm going to multiply it times what? So 125 times 0.18. And when you did that, tell me what you got. 22.5. Now, when you got 22.5, some of you yesterday you did this as $22.05. Why would that be incorrect? Because this is 22 what? 50, okay? You're not going to put a 0 in front of that. That changes the value, but we're going to put a 0 where? After it. So this is $22.50. Now, that's just the amount of the what? The tip. Okay, so what is the total we're going to have to pay be? 125 plus what? 22.50 and gives us what? Good. Okay. Does this first part make sense? Pretty easy, right? Okay. Let's take a look at another one. Now, what's different about this one? This says the wholesale cost for each shirt at a clothing store is 17%. The store manager plans to mark up the shirts by 125%. So, what we're going to do here, first of all, this guy buys all these shirts for $17 each, right? And in order to determine how much he's going to sell them for, he says he's going to mark them up 125%. So what are we going to have to, we're going to find the selling price, right? Do you think anything's going to change on how we do this? No. We need to convert this to a what? A what? Decimal. Now, a mistake that is commonly made right here is this. Okay? Why is this incorrect? Chase, why is that incorrect?
Because that would move the decimal 3 places.
That moves it 3 places, and we're not moving it 3 places, are we? We're moving it how many places?
2.
So what would that be? I don't see it, therefore it's at the end. What would that be? 1.25. Does everybody understand what I mean by that?
Yeah.
Okay. So now we're going to take that 1.25, and just like we did with the other percents when we changed it to a decimal, we multiply it by what? The original amount, right? So 17, that's a weird 17, okay, times 1.25. When you do that, tell me what you get. Alana? I got $21.25 too. Now, tell me, is this the sale price? No, this is just the what? The markup. So what am I going to have to do with this? Add it to the sale price, which is 17, or add it to the wholesale cost. So plus 17. When I put these together, what is the sale price of the shirts? $38.25. Does everybody understand what we did there? Pretty easy, right? Braden, you have a question?
No.
Okay. Does everybody understand how we found that? It's pretty easy, right? Okay. Let's try another one. You guys do this one on your own. Let's see if you get an answer. Okay, Braden has an answer. Lana has an answer. And a cool t-shirt. Jacob. Chase. Okay, can somebody who doesn't have their hand up help me out? Elijah, what should I do first here? Before that, should I change this to a decimal? And how do I change 60.6% to a decimal? I'm going to move it 2 places where? To the what? To the what?
Right.
To the what? Left. And that's going to be 0.606, right? Right. I'm going to multiply this times what? Okay. So 6225 times 0.606. And what did you get when you did this? So 37.723 and then some other numbers, right? Bless you. What am I looking for? To round what to what? Nearest hundred. So this is a 4 or less. So this stays what? $37.72. And I'm going to add that to 6225. And what do I get? $99.97. Good. Okay. I'm going to show you one more thing super fast. Does everybody understand so far? Okay. If you remember, how do I find, okay, if I'm trying to find the percent, this is the exact same thing as percent of increase or decrease. You guys remember how I found that? You find the amount of change or the difference, right? And what do I divide by? The original or the what? Starting amount. Agreed? Okay, so if I'm trying to find the amount of percent of markup, okay, Ben's family is shopping for a new car. The selling price of the car is $24,199.50. He researches to find out the wholesale cost of that car is $22,100. So I'm going to find the difference between these two. Okay, how do I find the difference? So $24,199.50 minus $22,100. And what do I do when I get that? Anybody? $2,000 what? $99.50. 50 cents, yeah. Okay. Now, what do I divide this by? What was the selling price of the car? But is that what I need? Okay, Ben, the wholesale cost, the original cost, was how much? Okay, because that's what I wanted, the starting amount, $22,100. And if you divide that, tell me what you get. I got 0.095, right? And I'm going to move this decimal where? 2 places to the right because I'm finding a percent, right? So if I move it 2 places, what is that? That is a 9.5 and then put what after it? Percent markup. Okay? You see how I found that? It's pretty easy. Find the difference, divide it by the wholesale amount, the starting amount, move your decimal 2 places to the right. Easy enough, right? Okay.